Mr. President, I regret to say that my Democratic colleagues have become addicted to hating President Trump. And it's no longer about policy or even strong disagreement. It seems to be an obsession. Obsessed with finding every way possible to undermine the president and his agenda, no matter the cost. And what they've done to the nomination process in the Senate might be the height of partisanship since President Trump returned to office. Democrats have blocked 100%, that is 100% of President Trump's nominees from being confirmed by unanimous consent or by voice vote. Now, by the way, look at this. It has been the tradition for non-controversial nominees to be confirmed by the Senate. And in the first Trump, it fell from 90% under President Obama, games Democrats play, to 65% under Trump 1. Well, it turns out it was 57% under Biden. Now, under Trump 2, we have 0% of the nominees approved by unanimous consent. Now, let's put that in perspective. We are speaking about non-controversial nominees, and it's been something that's been consistent for presidents of both parties for decades, as we can see from this chart. And yet here we are, 8 months into President Trump's second term, and not a single nominee confirmed by unanimous consent or voice vote. Zero, zip, nada. By the way, these nominees made it through committee with bipartisan support on the record. Democrats, Republicans both voted for them in committee, and yet we can't get them off the floor without tying up precious floor time. Now, that may sound like process. It may sound like, oh my gosh, they're talking about time. This is how the Senate works in terms of getting a nomination through quickly, allowing the legislative issues addressing our country to then be faced. It's a full-blown example of Democrats not caring if the business of government gets done. They would rather obstruct President Trump than to allow the American people to be served. Now, Americans are sick of it. They want Congress to work, and Republicans are showing up to work. We are ready to conform the people required to work in government to keep the country running. But Democrats, holding nominees for ransom, it seems for no other reason than their desire to obstruct President Trump. So, why does Congress have such a low approval rating? Why do people think this place doesn't work? It's because of stunts like this blowing up the standard operating procedure, which allows us to actually get onto the work of the people, all to score cheap political points. Now, the American people chose President Trump. They gave Republicans control of the House and the Senate. They told us the agenda they wanted pursued. So when Democrats dig in their heels, kick and scream, they are proving that they did not hear the message the American people sent last November. If no one's standing with you but your own party insiders, and maybe the occasional liberal cable news host, then your resistance isn't brave, it's meaningless, it's an obstruction, it is only there to defeat the will of the American people. It is noise. The American people deserve better. Republicans are ready to deliver, and with that, I yield.